Today to tell you about a love movie, Chronicles of Erotica. The story just started. Nick drove David to the cinema. Nick invited David to watch the movie together. Nick also said it was a very good love movie. David will definitely enjoy watching the movie. When David came to the cinema, he realized that this turned out to be Nick's scam. For the story of the movie, David left without watching it. He came to the front desk and Nick came out and found David, wanting David to make a love movie too, because this kind of movie can make money. Because David likes shooting a lot, his dream is to become a director, but David didn't want to make a love movie. David wanted to refuse Nick's request. Nick drove David directly to the venue. It turned out that Nick had already prepared the crew, just waiting for David to start filming. Nick began to introduce the crew. One is the investor, there is a lighting, electricians and makeup artists and apprentices, and a technical director. David found it impossible to refuse Nick's request. David began to confess that he did not sleep with women, but everyone, in order to teach David began to guide David through the film, to learn the techniques. David on the side of the careful study. In the process of learning, David also take notes, the key elements recorded in the book. Nick will also guide David how to learn quickly. In this way, David and everyone in the film learning. Difficult to watch the film. After leaving the cinema, they all want to understand the knowledge learned. Nick found a female driver. Everyone else began to check the knowledge learned. David felt love was amazing. He wanted to share the knowledge learned with others. David, as a photography enthusiast, took a video of Jesse, but was stopped by Jesse angry. But fortunately Nick appeared in time to stop Jesse, but also said David is the director, responsible for shooting video material. Once Jesse heard that David is the director, hurried up to help David up. Jesse hurriedly gave David quickly came to Jesse's home. Jesse was wearing pajamas, eating watermelon. David shyly came to the room and saw that there was a scruffy man living inside, and then David saw a shirtless man smoking. David looked at it all incredibly, and then the man began to interrogate David about the purpose of coming here. David panicked and explained his work. He came to find Jesse to make a movie. The man asked David questions, only the correct answer to leave. Fortunately David had read the information in school. For the man's questions, David quickly answered out. The man looked at David very incredulous. David continued to explain their own views on the problem, and said he would seriously think about the key to the problem. The man looked at David, happy to agree to David's request. Jesse at this time also want David in the movie, seriously to think about the problem of love. So Jesse took David to the marriage counseling. Jesse said his problem. Jesse wants to sleep with a new man every day, otherwise it will be physically uncomfortable. The counselor was surprised. Jesse also said it takes 10 countries to count men once. David was also surprised that he could only be the 11th man. The counselor looked at them with great surprise, but still interrogated Jesse's personal information. When asked about Jesse's occupation, Jesse replied sewing machine employees. The counselor suddenly realized that the reason she was looking for the problem of fighting Jesse is because Jesse's work will trigger the body's desire, so Jesse has to give up work. She also asked David to forget about the desire, looking for something meaningful. David, because of the inspiration in the counselor and everyone started shooting the first movie. They built the stage inside the warehouse. Everything is ready. David intends to make Nick the male lead, but the female lead is not yet. The investor said he would find the female lead. The girl is called Amy, strong background, late for the first day of work. When Amy got the script, found that she does not speak the language, but the investor still insisted on shooting. The voice can be edited through post. Everything is ready. The film began. Shooting the first day there are many problems, resulting in the film has been shooting unsuccessful, but David has to continue to work. He is a trainee police. He heard the director found Jesse's home address, want to search Jesse's home for prohibited items. David took the initiative to assume the opportunity to detect. He came to Jesse's home, informing everyone to take care of things. The police will soon come. Hearing the police, everyone hurriedly made the drugs into cakes. This time the police came. David needed to hide. This time Jesse took David inside the room. David wanted to hide inside the closet, but Jesse said the closet was not safe. David had to hide inside Jesse's quilt. This time the director came in and found Jesse lying on the bed. Jesse said he was fulfilling the marriage law and bringing more little babies to the country. The director had no choice left, and the drugs were not found. They are very grateful to David, and Jesse also began to like David. David returned to the warehouse to continue shooting the film. But Amy did not know before to shoot a love film, heard to take off their clothes. Amy immediately stopped shooting, because the problem continues to appear. The film has not started shooting, the film is almost used up. Plus the rental of machines, all aspects need money. The first film has not been shot, the money has been used up, everyone reluctantly stopped shooting, everyone reluctantly returned to their respective homes. Just when they think the end, Nick has found money to continue to invest. This time the old man thought of a shooting method. They can use misplaced images to attract the audience's curiosity. They use clever filming techniques. Shooting close without shooting real people. They also shoot a variety of expressions close up, but also use a variety of props, shooting very smoothly. They are about to shoot the end of the film. By stepping on the sewing machine, the body will therefore produce desire. It is easy to attract the audience. Just as the film is about to end, the room suddenly lost power. The film shooting successfully concluded. The day of the film release, they came to the cinema. The Hair has a lot of people in line. They are very happy, but they found that the audience were from the next cinema, and their movie, no audience liked to watch. After waiting for half a day to find a man wearing glasses, they were disappointed to come to the next cinema and found that people here like nature-style movies and do not like romance movies. They left disappointed. At this time, the police also seized David's cinema, because David's romance movies are full of pornography. At this time, Jesse realized that David's real identity turned out to be a police officer. Jesse left angry. Nick wanted to make money plan fell through. He owed a huge amount of money to the bank, so he was arrested and sent to jail. David also returned to the police station to continue to work. On the day of the oath, many people came to watch. David found Jesse, so rushed to leave. David gave up police work, but David did not catch up with Jesse. Back home, David received a phone call because his film Harvest International Art Award. Because of their unique filming method, the only audience of the day found the art of the film will be elected to the international jury, so David brought everyone to the awards site. They sat in the first row, the screen playing their film. In the middle of the applause, David walked up to the podium to receive the award. When Jessie appeared, Jessie is David's girlfriend, together on stage to receive the award, they made up in a hug, won the recognition of everyone. The Nick performed well in prison. Because of the honor of the film, the female driver brought her daughter to rebuild a family with Nick, and so everyone gets a successful end. The movie ends here. We will see you next time.